Time for our Downtown Alliance program. Lou with us once again, kind of the regular host. We get a few other guests here and there, but Lou, you're by yourself today, but a lot of things to talk about. Kind of wanted to mention a lot of things going on, a number of businesses in the downtown area people can stop in, shop at, or especially over the next few weeks, people are looking to shop. But of course, after the calendar turns to January, they can still go back to these businesses and shop. So,
correct.
How did first up quickly the weekend? How things go with the open house? I think that the tree lighting over the weekend.
Yes.
How did that all work out?
You know, it was fantastic. It was busy. Friday, Saturday. You know, Black Friday's always busy. Shop Small Saturday's always busy. Just a good weekend, I think, for everyone. You know, the downtown was packed. There were events over at the Riverfront Events Center. There was the tree lighting. Santa Claus came downtown. The mayor made a little speech to light the tree, and it was a good weekend.
Well, good. If we talk about, you want to kind of highlight some of the businesses down there. People think that maybe there's no place to go shop downtown, but you had pages upon pages.
I do. I actually have quite a bit, a list of places. So why don't we start? Maybe some businesses that are newer to the downtown. So there's Quality Vacs, which is a vacuum store, you know, where they can repair vacuums, or you can buy vacuums.
I said if your vacuum doesn't suck, then maybe that's a place to go.
That's very good. There's Lundin's Auto Spa, who he used to work out of his garage, but now he's bought a storefront downtown, and he details vehicles and puts in radios and speakers and remote starts. I just got a remote start there.
Well, good. I know he's very popular. We hear from folks who want to get their car detailed, and they learn that they can't just drop it off and have it done that day, that they might be booked out 2 to 3 months for some of those kinds of jobs. Is what we hear anyway.
Yes, he is booked out. I think the last I heard, they were booking into like the end of January, maybe early February.
Probably at least, yeah.
So yeah, they've hired employees, you know, and they're still just as busy as ever, if not busier.
Yeah, I know. Somebody had talked about they thought they could just stop in and get it done that day.
Yeah.
And then they were surprised that they were booked out that far ahead. They hadn't really thought about it. They just thought they could just drop it off and have it done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a traffic generator.
It is. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then there's a store called The Underground. And that's in the old Brick Florist. If you remember.
People remember that. It's been a couple of different things, but Brick Florist is what people may remember.
Well, Brick Florist was there for so long, but now it's The Underground, and he sells collectibles, and he's got a huge record collection. So that is for sale. So go down, and if you're into the records, people are getting back into the records. They think it's got more of a authentic sound.
The vinyl, the vinyl says.
Yeah.
And that's, of course, on 6th Avenue South.
Correct.
So people think 5th Avenue South is only where downtown, but you kind of expand and include a little larger area. So I believe it's 6th Avenue South. Don't know the address, but Brick Florist
in the
building.
200 block. Yeah. So right between, the two parking lots. It's pretty easy to find.
Easy to find, yeah, right.
Yep, and then the newest shop to open in downtown Clinton would be Boutiques at Riverfront, which is in the 200 block of 5th Avenue South, and they have clothing, they have some fudge, they have some jewelry, some purses, everything to get ready for a night out on the town or every day even.
And where's that located at?
That is in the old Painted Rooster.
Okay.
So
they took over that spot.
Yep, they took over that spot. So, and they've got some great clothing options in there for everyone.
Okay.
So, but other businesses beyond that, we have a jewelry store downtown, and I think a lot of people forget about that. Albert's is a fantastic jewelry store. I just got a new watch there this weekend, I'm always buying something there. And it doesn't have to be just gold or silver. There's stainless steel jewelry that I've bought in the past. It just wears for a really long time. They have decorative rocks in there and some crystal, and he can make lots of things custom.
People may not think about downtown with a store like that, but easy to find too there. And you said you shop there a lot, so.
I do actually see my pretty little watch that I bought this last weekend there. So my old one quit. I had it for years and years and years. So I always like to wear a nice watch just because they last longer, and I don't like to shop a lot for watches.
Well, we want to say
So-
just men says, but anybody any looking for a present for their significant other of any kind, that's maybe a good place to go shop and take a look. Mention watches and all kinds of jewelry, so it's
Absolutely.
pick up a nice piece there.
Absolutely. I'll usually go in around this time and talk to Peggy, and I'll say, "Hey, Peggy, this is the piece when my
Yeah.
husband
I
comes
was gonna
in.
say, do you drop,
this is
do you-
what I
do you-
want."
Do you go in and drop a few hints and
I do, and it's not necessarily, diamonds or gold or silver. I'll buy a stainless steel piece, which is much cheaper. It's still pretty and it looks nice. You don't have to, do much with it, much maintenance, and it lasts for such a long time for such a low price.
And it's good to leave some hints there for somebody to follow up on.
That's right. Michael needs to follow up.
Are you listening?
Maybe not. He's at work
He
already.
probably knows where to go.
He probably does. So other businesses we have downtown. Oh, this is one that started up this year. Cupcakes by Fantasy. She's been on the show before.
She's been on. I know she's been in a few
Yes.
times.
So she does cake orders, she does cupcake orders, she does cookie orders, she does brownie orders. I've never had anything bad from her.
And I think even there you can go in if you want a dozen cupcakes. She always has some on supply. You don't have to order ahead.
Correct.
Maybe if you want specific ones for sure, but you can go out and what's nice there, you can pick out a half a dozen or a dozen cupcakes and kind of mix them up. You don't have to get all of one kind. You can if you want, but
Correct.
you can go in and mix up the half dozen or dozen cupcakes to take home, so everybody can get their favorite one.
Yeah, they can get what they want, and their flavors. She's got all those gourmet flavors, which are great.
We've done that. Gone
Yeah.
down with 2 of those and 2 of those and 2
Yes.
of those, and then everybody can get home and pick their favorite.
Yes.
Not had a
yes.
chance to order a cake yet, but I've done a
Everything's
couple of
been
orders
good.
of cupcakes.
And she does classes.
That's what I've seen.
Yeah, she's done a couple of classes. I know she does them for adults and for children, to teach them how to decorate. And it's just fun, and then she cleans up the mess after you.
I think she's even mentioned hosting birthday parties.
Yes.
There too as well for kids. So
Yep.
something different to do for a birthday party down the road.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then, of course, before the cupcakes, you want to get something to eat. So, we've got a couple of restaurants
some
down there.
restaurants
We've got
downtown.
like the Corner Deli, we've got JD Steakhouse, we've got La Feria, we've got Happy Joe's, all wonderful places to eat downtown.
So a number of different places to go and check out, and of course different menus depending on what your mood is on a particular lunch or evening meal.
Correct. So there's a variety. So in between shopping, or doing, other things downtown, you want to get something to eat, So go to Doodads, go to Peaceful River Creations, buy some shoes at Brown's, shop, get something to eat, and then go back and shop some more. So just a few more businesses.
Well, we got time.
Okay. So then we have Bogles.
Bogles,
They've
yes.
got great clothing. I've bought plenty of things from them that I completely enjoy, and it's good quality. It lasts a long time.
And one of the unique shops you tell people about that shop where you can, especially if you shot there before, even if you hadn't, but especially if you've been there a few times, you can walk in and they can start pulling stuff off the rack that they know
Correct.
is your size and they know is your style, which is that service of a small local business that you can't get anywhere else.
Correct. And another thing that they do, they only buy so many. I think it's only like 3 or 4 that they'll buy, or one in each size from like small to extra large. So you're not walking around in the same clothing as maybe someone else that shopped elsewhere, where it's mass produced.
And another place that you can drop a few hints for somebody else to follow up on. We'll just say your significant other, whichever one, because they do carry women's clothing now.
Correct.
You can drop a few hints; they'll remember. In fact, I've even had them call up and say, "Hey, somebody looked at this. You might want to come down. We put
You
it. We
might
put
wanna
we
come
put we put it off to the side. Do you want to get it?" So
See, that's a good idea, isn't it?
They'll even go that far.
Yes, they're a great store, and all these places they'll do that. Leave your name, leave your number of the significant other. But there is a ladies' night coming up too on December 13th. So, you know, the ladies should go downtown to go to the stores that are open from 5 to 7. The 13th is a Friday. Leave a list of things that you want. And then on December 20th, from 5 to 7, they're calling it a men's night.
Okay.
So the men go down and they purchase those items for, you know, their significant other, their wife, or maybe their mom.
And then they'll know they got the right gift.
That's correct. That's correct. They've probably already tried it on if they need it to.
What have we got downtown, Lou? We got a couple of
Let's
minutes
see.
we can talk.
So, you know, we have an office store in downtown Clinton, and Boss Office Supply. Now, they're going through some changes right now and selling out, and then they're going to remodel and restock. I love Boss Office Supply. They deliver. You know, I call down there, I tell them what I need, and if they don't have it to me today, they get it to me by tomorrow, and they just bring it down to me. Love their store. You know, they've got everything.
Got
that you
everything.
could
Stop in and
possibly
check it
use.
out.
Yes. So you don't have to go down to one of those big box stores and get your office supplies. The personal service that you get from Boss Office Supply is fantastic. Let's see, we've got, you know, a little hobby store. Keeping You Sewing is over there on 4th. You know, if they're into sewing or quilting or fabrics, stop by there. Get a gift certificate for, you know, someone that's into those things.
Okay. Quickly, Lou, what else have we got downtown? Well, maybe we can follow up on Monday, too. We've got to wrap things up for this week.
Okay.
But we don't want to miss anybody that we should highlight yet today.
So actually, what else I wanted to talk about is right now the Historical Society is having their Festival of Trees. So if you haven't been down this year, or you haven't ever been down, you need to go to the Historical Society and check out all the trees. There's businesses that have put up trees. There's families that have put up trees. The police department has a tree. The veterans have a tree. I have a tree. So check them out. They do have a Facebook page. Just look it up under Clinton Festival of Trees, and they'll give you the hours to go down. It runs through this coming Sunday, the 8th.
Well, thanks for coming today.
So-
We'll see you next Monday with a little expanded show, a little more time. So
Okay.
filled up the time easily this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks.